Hey everyone, Sergey here from ukramedia.com, and today I want to do something different, something we haven't done before. We're going to be reviewing this ConceptD laptop by Acer. And no, I am not getting a free laptop by doing this video, and no, I am not getting paid by Acer to do this. So here's the story. About a couple of months ago, I reached out to Acer to see if they would let me borrow this ConceptD laptop, and they have. They let me borrow it for a couple of months. I've had it for 2 months now. And I've used it on freelance gigs at Fox Sports. I used it to create tutorials for Ukramedia. I've taken it on the road to Los Angeles, where I presented 7 sessions and labs at Adobe Max conference. I've used it at airports, airplanes, hotels, you name it. So by this point, I have a pretty good idea of what this thing can do. And I figured, why not to create a quick video just highlighting some of the features that I love about this laptop. And without any further ado, let's dive right in. The first feature that I'm really excited about is its clean and modern design. You can tell that this laptop was created for creators. In fact, it's part of their creator line. Now, I can already see some of you in the comments below will say something like, hey Sergey, this looks a lot like the old MacBook Pro, and that might be the case. However, why is that a bad thing? For years, it seems like we've always had to choose between 2 types of laptops, either a gaming laptop or a workstation laptop. Now, nothing against either or. I've used both of them and they work just fine. However, a gaming laptop didn't have a good display. It lit up like a Christmas tree. It was pretty loud. Design looked kind of weird. And then we had a workstation laptop, which was great, but it was pretty thick and very expensive. So I do love the fact that we have companies like Acer actually catering to designers with something like ConceptD. I mean, they put all the tools we need in this thing. It's clean, it's modern, it has everything we need. It's small enough to fit in your backpack. It's powerful. And not only that, it's about 4.63 pounds in weight. It's about 0.7 inches thin. And I do love the look of it. It's white, resists any kind of staining, yellowing. ConceptD comes with a pixel-packed 15.6-inch 16:9 4K display. It is ultra thin, which is great. So in other words, this thing will give you a crisp look. The brightness on this thing is pretty good as well. And I think the selling point has to be the pinpoint color accuracy. It is Pantone validated 100% Adobe RGB color gamut. It gets very low Delta E scores. In other words, it handles, harsh lighting very well. It won't give you those crazy reflections. Whether you design in 2D or 3D, you will appreciate the power housed in this ConceptD laptop. It does come with a 9th generation Intel Core i7 processor, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 with Max-Q design, up to 32 gigs of RAM, and up to 1 terabyte SSD. And if that's not good enough for you, you should definitely check out ConceptD Pro. It does come with a more powerful CPU and GPU. As much power this laptop has, I'm very surprised at how quiet it is. The fan noise on this thing is surprisingly low. I mean, you still hear it, but it's not overbearing. And for me, noise is important because I do a lot of tutorials and my mic is usually right next to my laptop. So it is very important that I have a quiet laptop. The battery on this thing is about like 80 watts, and it does have a powerful CPU, GPU, and the 4K display. And you would think with all of that it would drain this battery very quickly, but that hasn't been the case for me. I've taken this to LA from Charlotte, so Charlotte to LAX. It lasted the whole way, no problems, and I wasn't very conservative with it. So I would say comfortably you can use this thing without charging for at least 6.5 hours. This ConceptD laptop comes with all the ports you need to get the job done. Now let me show you what it has. So if you open it up like this, on the left-hand side, here's what we have. A power connector, RJ45 port, USB 3.1 port, full-size HDMI, and then audio connectors. On the right-hand side, here's what we have. We have 2 more USB 3.1 ports. We have mini display port, Thunderbolt 3 port, and then some LED lights. The last 2 features I want to quickly go over will be the full-size keyboard and this precision touchpad. And I'll be honest with you, I don't use the touchpad when I work, but it is great. It's made out of glass. It does use this Windows precision drivers. And I do love the nice edging made out of chrome, which is great. Now, I am the most excited about the keyboard because it has all the keys you need. And I don't know about you, but I use keyboard shortcuts all the time, whether I'm in After Effects, Premiere, Cinema 4D, Blender, Illustrator, Photoshop, you name it. Keyboard shortcuts are important to me. And this thing has all the keys you need. It has the home key, it has page up and down key. I get so many comments and emails from MacBook Pro users. It's like, hey, we don't have the home key, we don't have the page up or down key. And to me, that's important. I love that. I mean, I'm so addicted to those keys, I need them. And not only that, I do love the numpad. And in fact, we have the numpad built into this keyboard. That's nice. You can access those by pressing the function key. So those come in very handy when you work in something like Blender. You have to jump around between different views. You can quickly just numpad 0, numpad 7, and so on. So to me, this keyboard represents speed, and having all the keys, very important to my workflow. So what are my final thoughts on this ConceptD 7 laptop? Now, personally, after using it for 2 months, I think it's a great laptop. It has all the features you need. It is reliable. It never let me down. It always got the job done. And I also love the fact that Acer caters to creators. I love that. But it is a bit on the pricey side. It's about $3,000. However, as we all know, you get what you pay for, and I think this thing is worth every penny. And when you hold this, you can tell you're holding quality. You can tell they didn't cut any corners. Actually, they kind of have. Terrible joke. But with that, Acer, thank you so much for allowing me to use this laptop. And thank you for watching this video. But until next time, my name is Sergey Prokhnevsky, and this is ukramedia.com.